Are you my little
Destiny, how old
victim?
are you?
34.
You know what's crazy? I just figured out the other day that Hassan was like 32.
How old do you think he was?
I don't know, like 25, 26. That he was like some fresh out of college guy that like, popped off on Twitch. I didn't realize he was 32.
Yeah. Well, that is how old he is.
That's crazy. All y'all motherfuckers are old.
True. We've been here for a long time. We're your elders, okay? Have respect.
That's what I'm saying. I bet these motherfuckers in chat are old as shit too.
Mine are probably a little older just because I do like politics and like basically boring shit, so.
When do you think I'm gonna go down my like political age?
Who knows? Depends on what type of content you do.
Feel that. I don't know. I feel like out of all the people that do political shit, I think Russell Brand does it the best, in my opinion.
Maybe he's a guy, that's for sure.
Like that motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't even be knowing what the fuck he's talking about, but like he just be saying funny jokes and it just be cracking me up.
Yeah,
that is a one.
He's a guy for sure.
Hell nah, no way, really? Y'all don't fuck with Russell?
Fuck no.
Why don't you fuck with Russell?
Massive ideological disagreements.
Isn't he liberal?
No, he's like a populist type guy. Like thinks like the government and corporations, everybody are trying to like screw over everybody at all points in time.
You don't think the government's trying to screw over people?
No, I don't think so.
Well, like, I feel that, but look at it like this. Is there really a big difference between Republicans and Democrats?
Yes, there's a world of difference.
But then it's like, okay, I feel that. Publicly, like, media-wise, there's a big difference. But then behind closed doors, when these niggas are at parties, aren't they all at the same parties? Chilling with each other, rubbing shoulders with each other, all this and that?
Yeah, but I don't really care if people do it at parties. I'm worried about how they vote. And they vote very differently. They support and vote for different policies.
Yeah, I totally get that. But what I'm saying is, like, these people, when they're in Congress and stuff and yelling at each other, it's all, like, show and everything.
That's not show. That's part of working a job. Like, you've got...
No, but it is show because I just seen a TikTok of a congressman. He was talking about when the media is not in the Congress rooms, those same motherfuckers that are, like, yelling and stuff, they're the most chill people. But whenever those cameras come in there, that's when they put on the biggest show. So what I'm just saying is, like, you have all these different, like, well, really you only have two. You have the Republican side and then you have the Democrat side. And it's like, everybody's split. And it's like, how do you divide people? You have to divide and conquer. If everybody's united,
no, this is all like conspiracy shit that sounds good, but you're not saying anything. There's nothing really to this, right? The reality is like, if you put me on a stage with Alex Jones, me and him are gonna scream at each other. But he seems like a nice dude. Like, I'd probably get along. We could probably go to dinner and like chill and chat and have fun and like shoot the shit, right? I have with Tim Pool. I fucking did it with Nick Fuentes. Like, you can have massive ideological disagreements with people, and when you're on a stage to fight over those disagreements, you bring that fight out. But that doesn't mean you have to hate the person, right? I have massive ideological differences with you on a lot of shit, but I'm not like, it's not like as soon as you jump in, I'm like, Jidion, we need to talk about your take on voting today. I need to shout at you because you didn't support voting, right? I'm not doing that. Like, that's because we're just like chilling, right? But if you and I like went to a show where the debate was about like the importance of voting, I'm just bringing that because that's one thing we've disagreed on, then yeah, I'd probably be like really fired up. But I think that people can be fired up at their job, at their workplace, or when they're advocating for a thing, but then be like chill afterwards. I think that's possible.
Well, I feel like you and me having disagreements, or you and Alex Jones having disagreements, is completely different than politicians having disagreements. I'm not saying they have to hate each other, but the fact that they're like all buddy behind the scenes, I think it just goes to show that this is just like all one big act at the end of the day, and it's to like just have everybody divided and stuff like that.
How would they not be buddy though? They all work in the same job. They probably all have a lot of shared experiences. They probably all got a bunch of shit that they can like relate to each other on. Like,
yeah. That's the point. It's like, how can they not be buddy? But then when you publicly ask them about each other, they'll get on each other's ass and say the worst stuff. But then behind closed doors, it was like, oh man, you saw what I said about you today? Oh yeah, man, that was funny. Yo, that's gonna hit a lot of headlines. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've had these exact same fucking conversations with people off stream before. Me and Sneeko kind of do it a little bit. Me and, I guess, like, Fuentes, or me and Lauren Southern, or me and, there's been other people that I've had big disagreements with. We're, like, fighting, like, tweets are going, like, fucking viral, like, shitting at each other. And then, like, you meet, you chat, and you chill or whatever afterwards. Like, yeah, fuck, like, I got you really good on that tweet or whatever. Like, yeah. But it's not, like, disingenuous. It's not like, It's not like you're lying about it. It's just you can have like dual relationships. Like, oh, we're like friendly, we're chill, like because personally we're personable to each other. But like when we're advocating for the ideas we believe in, obviously we have huge disagreements. Like I don't think there's anything insincere. The issue that you're bringing out, in my opinion, what would be really bad is if somebody had a huge disagreement with somebody, they're like screaming at each other, shouting at each other, and then when it came time for them to vote, all of a sudden now all their votes line up. That would be really bad. And that would be like, okay, well, hold on. Now I feel like you motherfuckers are just fucking with us, right? But that's not the case. Like, Republicans and Democrats vote significantly differently across a wide variety of issues.
But the thing about like you and Sneeko and Nick Fuentes, whatever, is it's like people know there's some form of respect because it's you guys setting up the platform to debate each other. Whereas these politicians, it's like they're put into a room pinned against each other. You know what I mean? That's the big difference. Is at the end of the day, people know that you guys talk behind the scenes and whatnot or whatever. But these politicians, it's perceived as like, oh fuck, man, it's on site. It's like low key, like a UFC organized fight about to happen. You know what I mean?
Sure, but I mean, some people try to undo that, but it's just that's how the voters see it, right? Like when Biden came into office, like I'm pretty sure he said a lot of somebody going wrong, but he said a lot of nice things about Mitch McConnell, which is like the enemy number one for a lot of Democratic lawmakers and like citizens, constituents. But I'm pretty sure when Biden came into office, like I know McConnell. We worked a lot on the Senate floor. We've gotten a lot of legislation passed together. Like I think some politicians try to push back against that, but obviously younger ones, especially ones who spend a lot of time on social media, are going to be a bit more fiery. But you're not going to survive in Congress if you actually fucking hate half the people there. That lifestyle is going to wear you down like immediately. Nobody could survive that, I think. I don't think it would be healthy for Congress if like AOC and Ted Cruz legitimately fucking hated each other. I think it'd be a bad area for people to try to pass legislation. And I think that's also one of the reasons why like people like AOC were so upset when Ted Cruz was kind of sort of supporting like the January 6th stuff, because she's like, listen, we disagree with each other and we're politicians, I understand that, but like you're literally supporting people that like came like calling for my head, that like wanted to try to kill me. Like it's not chill.
I'm not gonna lie, AOC's a baddie, but to get back on what we were talking about, it's just like, I don't know. It's like behind the scenes, if Republicans and Democrats are so different, then why then whenever like bullshit like, oh, we need to ban TikTok comes up, they're all in agreement for that. It's always the things that like the American public is all against that every politician's for.
I don't think the American public is all against. I don't think that's true at all.
The American public is against them banning TikTok. Fucking Facebook's here and everything. Like these motherfuckers already have our data. So it's like, why ban TikTok?
Well, the scary thing is that TikTok is owned by China. That's the scary thing. But I don't think I think a lot of the American public.
Mark Zuckerberg sells the data to China. What's the difference?
No, that's not true. Mark Zuckerberg does not sell the data to the government of China. That's not true.
I just think, me personally, I feel like they're trying to ban TikTok because I feel like TikTok is like so uncensored that they don't like that. Like, bro, I be learning so much new shit off of TikTok. Like, I learned about York, the black guy that traveled with Lewis and Clark. Like, I just learned about so much shit that like I wouldn't have learned. And I'm not just the type of guy that just watches the TikTok and like accepts it as fact. Like, I'll get the information and then I'll go out and do like 30 minutes or an hour of research, like reading articles and stuff about it, just to make sure that it's actually true. Because sometimes I'll read something. Like I remember there was this one time someone made a TikTok talking about how like they made like a Satan hotel in Dallas. And I was like, what the fuck? But then like when I went to go like research it, I realized that it was fake. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, you know, but yeah, I think TikTok, I think that's why they're trying to ban TikTok, is because it's one of those things that actually brings people together. Whereas all these other shits like divide people, you know?
Okay.
He probably does big numbers on TikTok. Or SFTN. I guess you gotta go look, my man. Jidion is why TikTok needs to be banned. But yeah. But, damn, so you really don't think the government's out for the American people?
Like out to get, like hurt the American people?
Like, bro, these motherfuckers be doing the Bohemian Rhapsody stuff. Well, actually, not my bad, but that's a song.
Bohemian Grove, I know what you're talking about.
Bohemian Grove, yeah. Like, bro, like, what do you have to say about that, bro? That shit's crazy.
The only thing I've read about that, I haven't done a ton of research into it, but the only thing that I read about that is that originally, like, Alex Jones and one other dude went to, like, research Bohemian Grove shit, and Alex Jones was, like, creeping around in the bushes, like, trying to sneak in, and the other guy just, like, walked in the front door, and they let him come in and, like, chat and, like, interview people. But I don't know. I'd have to look it up more, but, I mean, I don't know. If I'm going to be sold, like, very compelling stories about, like, weird abuses or crazy shit about, like, stuff like that, I need, like, some compelling evidence, not just, like, a cool story and, like, a what about this? Isn't this weird?
Okay. I mean, there's nothing I can say to that.
All right, bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.